It's 10 o'clock. We're ready to start.
Yeah.
Good morning. Look at all the faces out there. I love it. I love it. You know, it's interesting to be up here after years of sitting in the congregation and seeing just the backs of people's heads. Because I always sat back in pew number 47 back in the day. Well, welcome. Got a lot of announcements today, which I think is an exciting thing. So I want to share these before we actually get started here. First and foremost, welcome to our new filmer,
Yay.
Ryan Gravois. And Ryan, you can stand if you're comfortable, and if you're not, you don't have to. And delighted to have him here, and we're really looking forward to getting to know him, and there will be more about that soon. A2X, if you're interested in checking out the new Aging to Saging program, will begin on October 8th in the Parish Hall at 9:30 a.m. Please let Rev. Lori know if you're planning to come. And there's more about that in the recent messengers and on the new website. And when are we launching?
We launched last night.
Okay.
Yay.
And we'll get to this in a moment. We've launched our new website, which is unbelievably exciting. We're changing the way we're going to be doing the joys and sorrows. Folks are invited to approach the front of the church from the choir side. And after sharing your joy or concern, proceed to light your candle and then return to your seat on the organ side. Is it the other way around? Oh, that's what I'm reading. Other way around. Come up on the choir side, or excuse me, come up on the organ side and go back to your seat on the choir side. Okay, is that good? Okay. It says here, the worship ministry is hoping this makes the flow of this a little smoother. So, today we launch our new website, which is www.uuchurchsacobiddeford.org. The .org is new. Reverend Morgan Rowe, who was just here, by the way, just a few minutes ago, had worked her tail off designing a user-friendly, interactive, and informative site, and we think it's beautiful. We love it. Please check it out. We welcome feedback to improve it and hope that we have created a site that communicates who we are, especially for the folks who are checking us out for the first time. And has everybody seen the new banner outside? Did you notice when you came in? Yeah, getting some thumbs up and some applause, and that's really good. We hope the interactive calendars on the website will serve as a great way of keeping track of all the goings-on throughout the church year. We have a new door policy. This is an addition to our safety plan. Beginning next week, the front door will be locked 5 to 10 minutes after the start of the service. An usher will be present to let people in up to 10:15. The change has been talked about for years, and the board feels that it's time to create a more thorough security process for the protection and peace of mind for all of us who attend. We invite you to be mindful of this change and get here prior to 10:10 if you can. And if you have other announcements that you'd like, just email those to Brian at ucsb1827@gmail.com. So officially, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Reverend Nikki, and our service leader today is Reverend Dr. Lori Whittemore. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Saco in Biddeford. The service is being live streamed and recorded. For those joining us on YouTube, we encourage you to have a candle or a chalice to light when we light ours here in a few minutes. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whomever you love, we are glad that you're here with us today. The theme for the month of, for the month of September is belonging. We invite you to contemplate this theme with us today and carry it with you into your daily life when you leave here. We welcome the youngest members here today. They're going to be participating in our service. Let's recognize their noises and wrestlings as the next generation. And We commit to be co-stewards of this land owned by the Wabanaki Confederation, and we work toward a world that is just and thriving for the whole web of life. We invite you to take home the order of service for information and announcements, or feel free to leave it for recycling as you exit the sanctuary. And please silence your cell phone. There will be a social hour in the parish hall after the service. Follow the crowd down to the parish hall and join us for conversation and some refreshments.
Oh, invite the singing. Invite them up to the singing.
And I'd like to invite the kids to come up, and they're going to be sounding the singing bowl for us. I think they are. I think the Sweeney sisters. Jessie, is Jessie here?
Yeah. No, down there.
It's right down here.
With Myra, with Reverend Myra.
This is the first time for this. Excellent. Very good, Jessie. Thank you.
Or just give it a, why don't you all give it a whack? Nice.
And I'd like to invite Kit to come up to help us with our chalice lighting. And please, let's repeat together the words in our order of service. These are the words that the kids use.
Oh, Kit, up here.
Up here, Kit. We are Unitarian Universalists who put love at the center of our lives.
We
light this chalice today in honor of the flame of truth and our call
to spread it. And just so you know, today we're using the kiddos' words. So these are the words they speak when they start their RE.
How are you, Katie? Good. Is it going to go out? I think it's going to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. It's so good to see your faces. I've waited for weeks for this, for your faces and for the hugs and for the cookies. I'm so excited to see you. And I did say earlier to people, and I will say it to you, I kind of forgot how to be a minister, so if I flub it up today, just give me some space here. Or grace, I should say. So welcome, friends, newcomers, old-timers, seekers, skeptics, saints of habit and rebels of the heart, believers and non-believers, lovers and not lovers. Here we gather not because we think the same, because we don't, but because we choose to journey together, to be in relationship, to form community, regardless of who we are and what we think. Here we practice radical hospitality, not perfection, but presence. May we make this place a shelter for the soul, a workshop for justice, a sanctuary where love is not merely spoken, but lived deeply again. With mercy and justice and welcome, let us be a beacon in trust, in hope, in the spirit of belonging. Welcome. And let's stand if we're able and sing hymn number 360 or the words on the wall, Here We Have Gathered. Turn and greet your neighbors. Neighbor! Yay! We are sent on journeys of delight to places that refresh our spirits and bring us back renewed to take up the work ahead. We go on journeys of loneliness and sorrow occasioned by life's changes. Our return may be one of exhaustion, our future still uncertain. We come seeking hope and consolation in the circle of friends. We come bearing the water of loss, knowing it will dissolve in the sweet water of our gathering.
The ocean streams are destined to return by giant cycles that have stirred the waters, spanned continents, carried vessels like floating twigs to distant ports. Regardless of time and distance, that moving force bears all the life within it to some familiar harbor. We come bearing the water of those distant places.
So this is the time of the service. Is this on? Can you hear that there? That's not on. Sorry. Now can you hear me? There we go. Well, this is the time in our service when we invite folks to come forward and share what's in their hearts. Sometimes it's a great joy, sometimes it's a sorrow, sometimes it's a concern, but all are welcome. So we invite you to come forward, circle around this way, and thanks for leading the way, Randa. And just give us your name, share your joy or your sorrow, and then light a candle if you wish. And I'll start. I have a sorrow, but it was a celebration as well. A very dear friend, Don Erickson, who was the father of Steve Ryan, who many of you know. Steve's father passed away after a long battle with Alzheimer's, but he died peacefully at home and had a really beautiful, respectful, lovely service. So. It's nice to have you back.
Good morning. My name is Kathy. I am lighting this candle with a heart full of joy. Just moved back to Maine. I'm back here in the family, and unfortunately, my new wife, who was all excited to be here and join, had to head back to Connecticut for the weekend. But we are thrilled to be here, and it's so nice to see so many happy faces. And my goodness, has the church grown since I've left? So yay.
My name's Randa. My pronouns are she, her, hers. My candle is for sorrow. When I arrived at church today, I checked my texts and heard that my friend Don Sawyer, my friend's dad, passed away this morning.
My name's Ellie, and I have a son who lives high in the mountains of Northern California. And on Labor Day, the nearest town that's big enough to have a library is like 25 miles from where he lives. On Labor Day, he went down to that town to participate in a demonstration, and he was carrying his No Kings sign, and a fellow next to him asked him how he came by his values. And he told them that he went to a UU Sunday school. My son is now in his 60s. He went to a UU Sunday school, and when he was a teenager, he went to camp at Ferry Beach and at Row Camp, and that the values he learned there were what have stayed with him his life. So those parents who had these little ones here this Sunday, just know it's worth it. It's in the long run. They will give you thanks for that.
Good morning. My name is Peggy Belanger, and I lit one candle for a dear friend who passed away. His service was yesterday. Some of us that are here this morning were there, and it was a beautiful celebration of a dear, dear man. A man who was always there for everyone. The other candle is, it's been a busy summer. I sold my condo, and thank you, John, for the invitation. I am now living in Buxton with John. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lori. I have a joy and a concern. My concern is my mother-in-law fell. She didn't break her wrist, but it's really badly sprained. So now she has to go from a walker to a wheelchair, and that's really hard for someone that was very athletic, a coach, a skier. And my joy is, oh my gosh, the healing fair yesterday was so much fun and so well organized and put together. I did none of that. So just really thankful for all the people that put that all together. Myra.
Yeah, a big thanks to Myra Robinson, because Myra and her team of volunteers put on an amazing event. And I come from the trade show industry, so I really appreciated all their hard work.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Patrick. Now, I have a great joy, And I want to share this because this is like, I'm 77 years old, right? So I almost drowned twice in my life. So I had a fear of water. So this summer, stubborn Frenchman that I am, I've decided to take swimming lessons. And now I am swimming in the deep end of the water. Thank you.
This way, Patrick. This is going to take a little getting used to, I think.
I have a few joys. I have a couple LGBTQ, some friends of mine welcomed a new baby girl named Audra this summer. And Tess and I had the privilege of helping out with the wellness fair yesterday. I want to have a huge congratulations to Myra. And everyone had a lot of fun, and there was lots of really great vibes and energy. And if you missed it, you should really make sure to come and check out the next one, because it was just a lot of great community, and it was all love. And yeah, it was a really wonderful representation of this wonderful space that we like to call our second home.
Since we're talking about the wellness fair, there are still some books and trinkets for sale in the parlor if you'd like to still donate to this cause. Books having to do with health and spiritual wellness, quite a selection, even some paintings.
Okay, I'm lighting a candle. I should probably light 4 or 5, but I'm just going to light 1 for all of my things. First of all, you guys don't get to see it, but standing up there and seeing all your faces is the greatest joy, and it just feeds me, and I'm so glad to see you all. So I want to say that. I want to say, again, thank you to Myra, who really did a wonderful job. We had so many new faces and just so much healing, and it was really wonderful. And I need also, in huge gratitude to Randa and the new Board of Trustees, who have severely or seriously worked so hard. It was supposed to be church time this summer. It was not. We worked to get a website up. We put a church management system in place. We have done so much. The website went live. Please check it out. It was all in the labor of love, and I am so grateful for all of it. So that candle is for you guys.
Anyone else? Very full day today. It feels wonderful. And I echo what Lori just said about seeing all the faces. It's just, it's heartwarming. So I'll light a last candle for the joys and concerns that we keep in our hearts. And let's take just a moment to just kind of sit with what we've heard. Just a few moments.
Let's be in a spirit of reflection together. Source of all there is, sustainer of our lives and our community, we have brought so much joy into this sanctuary this morning, so much joy into our circle, and we are grateful that we are restored to community in ways that we hadn't even thought of. There are sorrows expressed, and I suspect there's plenty of sorrows that haven't been expressed. Surround us with the peace that passes all understanding and the peace that is understood, and that peace is our circle of comfort and support as we ingather and combine our waters together today. And may it be so. Join me in spirit of life.
Thank you, Ryan. The Unitarian Universalist Water Communion is a ritual that began in 1980. It was created by Carolyn McDade and Lucille Shuck Longview at a UU Women's Conference in Michigan. The idea was a simple but powerful one. Participants brought water from places meaningful to them and poured it into a common bowl, symbolizing unity in diversity. Over time, the water communion became a cherished annual tradition in many UU congregations like ours, often marking the start of the church year. It's a moment for people to reflect on their journeys, reconnect with community, and affirm that, like water, we are all stronger together. After we combine it, we consecrate it. Then we boil it and save a beautiful bottle of it and set it aside for special purposes. We'll say more about consecrating the water when it's time to consecrate it. Okay.
So now I'm going to invite you up to add your water, but before I do, I'm going to do two things. First of all, the beautiful water that was boiled and consecrated last year will be added to this. I did say that it's my first day back, so I might get things out of order. But I want also, for those who didn't know about this and who might not have brought water, to come up and share something about your journey this summer that was special. And that's how we actually combine ourselves as community. Now, I will invite you to do that, but keep it brief because there's 65 of you this morning, which is fabulous, by the way. And don't be shy.
I'll start. This water is from an epic trip that I took to the Northwest. This is water from the Columbia River.
Say your name too.
We're Donna and Betsy, and we're very grateful with the drought that we had a wonderful rain recently, and our water comes from a puddle out in front of where we live.
May we get more rain.
I am Kit, and our water came from our sink, and we have water and from Splashtown and Splashtown, and
Thank you so much.
My name is Katie, and we got our water from the beach.
Great job.
My name is Hannah.
That's okay. Great job. We deal with that. We deal with all things. Thanks, Hannah.
Hi, my name is Jean, and this is from our pond.
My name is Teague, and this is from Fortune's Rocks Beach in Biddeford Pool.
This water is from our house where we had a lot of family come and visit us this summer.
This is from Casco Bay, from some wonderful days sailing.
My name's Bud, and this is from Bonnie Eagle from Maryland and me.
It's all good.
I'm Birdie, this is Sam, and our water is from Kennebunk Pond.
I'm Randa, and my water is from various sources around the area.
Yeah, use that.
My name's Jenny. I forgot water, but I've been giving a lot of water to my new precious puppy.
Oh. Yay.
I'm Matt. This is Sonia. Our water comes from the marshlands, marsh spaces in Wells Beach at our cottage.
My name is Jane. The water comes from Rangeley, where I'm blessed to spend several days each summer with weaver pals of mine doing weaverly things.
Hi, my name is Patrick, and this water comes from my apartment where I live and cherish it. Thank you.
My name is Ellie. This water represents water from Sabbath Day Lake, where my dear friend lives. Because I gave up driving this summer, I was not able to see her until Randa and Sonia came and snapped me up and took me out there and spent the afternoon paddling on the lake while I visited with my friend.
My name is Lori. This is symbolic water from the pond that I don't know if it's a pond or a lake, where we had a lovely UU picnic this summer that was just so amazing, and so thankful that we have some wonderful people opening their homes to us.
My name is Joanna, and this water is from Old Orchard Beach, where Lori Campbell and I are grateful to make our home and to be a part of this congregation as well. And there's sand in the bottom, but I'll see if I can leave that up.
We deal with that. We deal with it.
This water represents water from the Bay of Fundy, which we sailed across this summer.
Oh. Hey, Moens, Moens, come back with a microphone.
Hi, I'm Donna. This water represents water from Somerville, Mass., where our older son married his longtime partner, Pamela, this summer.
Now, I don't mean to tell tales out of school, but I thought it was going to come from Mohegan Bay, and I'll let her tell the rest of that story.
I'm Ellie, and this water represents a trip to Ellis River Falls in New Hampshire with our family, and Ferry Beach, the ocean, where I spent a week for Coral Fest, the brook in our backyard where my dog and I hike a few times a week, and my hot tub where my best friend and I spent some time together this summer.
Hi everyone, my name is Haley, and this water represents Horn Pond in Leamington, where my aunt and uncle live, and I spent a lot of time on the water there this summer.
Hi, my name's Sarah. This water represents the clouds going over the top of Mount Washington at 60 miles an hour on July 4th. It was great.
My name is Ben, and this water is from the dawn of time.
Good morning, I'm Kelsey, and I'm here with Matt and Lucas and Nadine this morning. This is water from our tap at home, where we have a well, and I'm so grateful it nourishes all of us and our animals. And I'm also remembering the water at Bisky Pond, where my mom has a camp near Damariscotta, and the ocean in Saco Bay.
As all people know, ocean is important to all sea and animals.
Do you want some help pouring some of this? You be careful. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tess.
I second what she said. This water, my name is Cricket, this is Doug. This water comes from our home, where we are still coming together to make our own, and more specifically from our cat and dog bowl, who we spend a lot of time with. So.
Oh, I never thought of that. That's a good one. That's a good one.
John and I spent several hours on different bodies of water. We're so fortunate that we live in this area and have a choice of lakes and ponds and ocean, and it's phenomenal. And now in my new living situation, we're across the river, the Saco River, so it's beautiful.
Hi, I'm Jill, and this water is from my water bottle that my granddaughter gave me. And I don't get to see her much, so it's the warmth that I feel when I drink from my water bottle every day. And also it's from my tap. So this comes from the Saco water supply.
Good morning. I'm Tom. This is Melissa and Juniper. And this water is symbolic of all of the places that we've spent this summer camping, fishing, swimming in the White Mountains and Ossipee music festivals. And
I'm Charlie, and this is rain, collected in a bowl and grateful for it coming.
And what's beautiful is there's just a smidge left, which is great because I left my water on the counter at home. So this is from Peter and my bird bath, and I boiled it, even though it's sitting on the counter at home. But it symbolizes all the birds that came to our house that we really enjoyed this summer, just watching them. So that's mine.
So what does it mean to consecrate the water? Consecration means to declare or take action to make something sacred, to dedicate for a divine purpose. We combine our waters to symbolize our reblending of community for the purpose of living out our principles and being a beacon of love and inclusion for the larger community. We consecrate our combined waters for this divine purpose. May this shared water remind us of our interconnectedness, refresh our spirits, and strengthen our commitment to love, justice, and community.
Now, we are Unitarian Universalists. Nikki and I are not magic priests. No offense, I don't want to offend anyone. So when we consecrate, you consecrate. And so I ask you to lift your hands in any way that you feel called as I share these words, because you're consecrating as well. Now, as these waters mingle into one, we celebrate the unity that they symbolize, a blending of journeys, hopes, and dreams. We consecrate this water for the purpose of holding the sacredness of our shared journey. Let this consecrated water be a blessing to us, carrying the promise of renewal wherever we go. And may it be instilled with the holy in ways that blesses all who encounter it. And may it be so. Thank you. And now let's stand as you are able and willing, and let's sing Blue Boat Home together.
Standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling
Ocean, still my dry land hearts can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat sun by sail and moon my brother, as I glide the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here. seated for now. There'll be more standing, just so you know. So we have gathered in and blended ourselves together again, and now is the time to recommit to our work in the church as we gather. And so I've added a simple commissioning this afternoon or this morning. And so I felt like I should share with what a commissioning is in the religious sense of the word. And as many of you know, I'm trained as a Christian minister, so I will kind of point to that just to give you a reference of what a religious commissioning is. The Great Commissioning is a reference to the story of Jesus making his posse, making his disciples, basically. He tells them, and he shared this in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, that he empowers them to go out in the world and preach the good news that whoever believes in Jesus as the Son of God will be forgiven their sins. The commissioning is actually the invocation of the Holy Spirit upon them to go out in the world and to preach good news, the gospel, to evangelize, to become joined, really this is the crux, to be joined together for a single purpose of love in action. Love in action, and that's what the commissioning says to me, beyond any other meaning. To join together in love for action. Now, while Unitarians and mostly Universalists have a Christian thread woven through them, we don't require you to believe anything. You don't even have to believe in God. And we actually organize ourselves around principles. Although we do love committees, I'm just going to say that. We don't require things of you, but we do ask you to join committees.
We are UUs after all.
We are UUs. But as we contemplate coming together again today in our in-gathering, in our water communion, I want to invoke the Holy Spirit in any way that phrase means something to you. And I want to invoke the Holy Spirit to anoint you to the work of this year, because I believe that our collective efforts in service to this community, in service to the larger community, is the Holy Spirit in action. Or at least, again, that's what it means to me. And so before we conclude our time together, I'm going to do a small commissioning of new committee members of the new board and new volunteers who I've called you all this summer to sign you up for things, and all who serve our community and who care for one another, and those committed to showing up on Sundays and showing up in new ways, in new relationships with one another. For those who make coffee or play music, I want to commission those who will serve to be showing up at the First Friday lunches or film or care for our building, or who reach out and check in on one another, take somebody else to coffee. So what I really mean to say is, I want to commission all of you, because that's a UU thing. We're all in this together. As funky as that might sound or feel, you are all being called to ministry in your own ways. So, if nothing else, you are called to kindness and commitment to right relationship, and commitment to service to one another in the highest order of love. To live our principles fiercely and be beacons in this society right now. And anyone here, including the kiddos, who see themselves in the words I've just described, are invited to stand up. No, seriously, please stand up. To you who now step forward as new trustees and committee members and volunteers, we commission you with gratitude and hope. You are called not only to serve, but to listen deeply, to collaborate openly, to lead with humility and courage. Your gifts, whether in organizing, welcoming, planning, or advocating, are vital threads in the fabric of this community. May you find fulfillment in this work, strength in your fellow travelers, and inspiration in the shared vision of a world transformed by love. To you who share your time and talents, and patience and kindness and energy and willingness to do whatever is needed to be done, We commission you to this ministry, these labors, as for our shared journey of faith, and to call to make the world a more kind, inclusive, and just and merciful place. To all of you who are willing to look at our website and give feedback, who are willing to come to our activities, who are willing to come in as a project and paint our floors, we call you to this ministry in grace and gratitude. And now you are all called and commissioned into service this year in our community. And I say, serve with love and joy this year, and you may be seated. And now I'm going to call you to give money. So I hope you're all charged up here. When we gather together as a community, we bring the gifts of ourselves, as I just mentioned, our hearts and our spirits, our time and energy, our talents and skills to support the work of this church here within the walls and out in the larger community. We also bring the gift of generosity, giving what we have so the work of this church may continue. As always, half of our plate offering is sent out into the larger community. But today, actually, we're sending it inward to the minister's discretionary fund so that I can help people who are struggling, mostly within the community, but sometimes as an emergency out in the community. If you're watching from home, we have a new website today, and we have a good donation system now. There's a button for donation. So go to our new webpage, uuchurchsacobiddeford.org, and donate there, or checks can be mailed to UUCSB 60 School Street, Saco, Maine. This morning's offering will now be received.
And please remain standing as we extinguish our chalice.
Oh, wait a sec.
And I'd like...
Wait, oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. You were going to invite Nadine up, I'm sorry.
I'd like to invite Nadine to come forward and help us extinguish our chalice. Come on, Nadine.
Oh, do you want to hold my hand?
There we go.
Join me in the words, please. We're using the kiddos' words. As we release this flame today from its faithful service, let us remember we are Unitarian Universalists who open wide toward each other, who put love at the center of our lives as we go into the world. Let us remember that everyone should be free to celebrate themselves exactly as we are. And now join me in singing number 298, or up here, Wake Now My Senses. I should have said this before, but that's actually like an installation and ordination song to call you all to service. And you have all been called to service now, and we sung about it. So. We are now all connected by water and by shared purpose. We are commissioned to take care of each other and the world. May we go forth from this place to do so in joy, and may it be so. Our service has now concluded. I just want to give a huge thank you for everybody who returned and participated, and a special thank you to the kiddos who did such a great job today. We're going to do that again. We are going to do that again. And thank you so much for joining us. Please join us in the parish hall for coffee and hopefully cookies, and remain seated as the postlude plays.